So we are jumping into match number 1, attempt number 2.
I'm teamed with BKDF.
Yeah, there's
We
probably
so-called
like
annoying top guy Marcus 1566.
there's probably gonna be a lot of people on your team that aren't like actually supposed to be there, just for like recording purposes. We see the fleet buff provisions being used here. Not entirely sure whether or not that is. It's probably not because everyone does it. So we see Yoda over here in a very small chip, the of the Romulans with a bat cloak. He has equipped a torpedo, dual beam banks, and a lot of cannons, so he will probably be the Vapor for Team Blue as in Solar Eclipse in this match. We see a few first shots getting fired off by the Danube runabouts, even though I'm not entirely sure all the teams have signed ready yet. But it seems we jump straight into action anyways. The scan and nuke or scan down on Miral Paris, getting obliterated by that one-shot beam overload.
So 1 point for Solar Eclipse.
Torb running for his life there after his missed attempt on the kill himself. Getting still chased though, down to 70%. Turning around now. It looks like he will make it out of there. Get another chance in about 2 minutes when his alpha's back up.
Torp is running Alpha, going for Nima. And he...
Not quite able to take him out here. Nima still getting picked up by his sealers. Torp running away now. Still has half of his alpha left. Probably not going to be able to do another attack run though. Nima is still being attacked and stuck in that warp plasma. Liladex still chasing after him. However, Nima catching a lot of heals by his healer there. Potentially running a little out of range here though, so he has to be cautious with that. Torp coming in with the red ball of doom. Going after him.
I think Nima should be safe. For now.
Yoda still flying his circles, looking for a target. He's currently getting some attacks.
If I saw it right so far, the emergency PvP team was having 2 tacticals, so therefore they're having 2 players with attack pattern alphas, Royce and Torp.
Torp coming in with the alpha and the scan on Nima. Nima getting obliterated by Royce there. Very nice nuke kill. Miral Paris also taking a lot of damage. Royce actually getting taken out by Yoda with his vape attack, with the alpha used. We'll see. Emergency part of PvP not actually trying to punish him on that, not chasing him in any fashion. He's just flying out of there, getting back into cloak. Still some random damage getting thrown out at the players in the middle. But all the 3 science ships with sense analysis healing basically each other. So it's going to be really tough to go through that. Royce going after Nima here, with lots of defenses up though, so if we don't see the nuke there, that's going to be tough to take him out like that. Torp actually using the beam overload. Doesn't have his alpha yet, probably, though.
Yeah, his alpha shouldn't be ready yet.
Royce is dropping the RSP there to save him from some energy damage. Aragon flying through in the very nice Nebula class. Torp going in after
Torp is
Nima
having
with his alpha.
up, going for... it seems that Nima is at the moment
Royce
saved.
following up with his attack pattern alpha still on Nima. Not quite able to get him into the arc to take him out there, though.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Lots of fireworks going down.
And Torp is moving out, because it didn't work.
Nima can still attack quite a lot here. Torp going in for another attack run, even without the attack pattern alpha. He seems to feel like very confident about this. As the Vey players usually don't have like any significant defenses, they might be a very good kill target here. Especially since Yoda is still also in his cloak, to just set up a brutal kill there. Royce and Lee.X still going for Nima. Just flying away 20k out from my position. So he needs to turn around to not outrange his healers. Royce getting nuked, getting scanned, and Viral Matrix on him. Asa coming in with the torpedo attack and just brutally obliterating him with that torpedo high yield. However, no, Miral Paris also taking quite a lot of damage, down to 30% on this. Getting picked up by his healer, though.
Torp is having his alpha back, going for Yoda.
Trying to punish him off for his vape attack, going after him. Yoda, however, jumping out of there, which will scramble Torp. Torp is still trying to find him, but I think now Yoda should be back into cloak. So Torp's turning around.
Run out being used.
Always a interesting situation because the healers usually cannot follow with their supersized ships.
Yeah. So that's why you should run away from your healers.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you would probably just get one-shotted if the other Vapor sees you like that. Royce with his alpha going for Jane. Fleet still going. Jane, however, not taking too much damage yet, still has a lot of defenses up.
No nuke so far.
Royce dropping the RSP there, jumping out. Lee.X stuck in those cloak and tractor beam mines, always a very brutal thing if you have nothing to get out of there. Some random shots by the healer. Trying to keep people in combat so they cannot use their full impulse. Second, the acts that they have. However, I don't really see many people running into our web mines also.
Torp is having his alpha up, going for Nima. Nima is having a lot of defenses and no nukes so far.
Lots of scans going down. Miral Paris getting nuked there and getting taken out by Yoda's vape attack. The destabilizing plasma torpedo just exploding, turning the entire map red, however not dealing too much damage. reach the top of the map. So at this point, people have to be
Yeah.
very cautious with their subspace jump consoles, because they can just put you at top of the map. Royce, again, in his RSP, saving him from some of the energy damage getting thrown at him. Jane pretty low, down to 30%, getting picked up by Sula though.
Wheeler doing a very nice job on that one.
Corp coming in with the attack plan alpha on Jane. However, not dealing too much damage without the nuke.
And Jane is not receiving a nuke. I think emergency power to PvP is missing some coordination with their attacks.
Well, I think we pretty much know that Royce can't really talk on TeamSpeak properly, so that's given him, of course,
That's
a lot of
the issue.
trouble to actually like combine his alpha with the rest of his team. Corp jumping there could have put him at top of the map, not entirely sure if not that happened, as he is not moving anymore. Might be a thing. Yoda getting knocked out of cloak, or they just saw him there. However, making it out there with all his evasive capabilities. Also, the jump was used, but that shouldn't be a problem until he comes back into the fight. Rural Paris might also be at top of the map here, as he is not moving anymore. So basically,
Royce
at that
is having his alpha up now, going for Jane.
the beam overload being shot off, but not dealing any significant damage. We do have another beam overload though. Let's see if it deals any damage this time. And that's basically the point why we just wait for more alphas. Yoda having his alpha up, going for Bryce on this one. The nuke is down, the scan is down, the fireman mark is down, and he is just getting obliterated. Very nice attack run by Yoda, taking him out with that beam overload. And securing kill number 5 actually for Solar Eclipse versus emergency power to PvP. Well, it's gonna be really tough. We are almost at like the half-time mark, and I really don't know if emergency power to PvP can turn this around, because they have definitely some damage problems of just getting people low enough to open them up vulnerable to Torp's vapor attacks.
Talking about Top's Vapor Attack, he's having another alpha up, going for Nemor. But there's no nuke on Nemor so far, and he's having a lot of defensive stuff up. So not sure if he's going to make it.
The beam overload getting shot off, however, not dealing too much damage. Nima's still at 88%,
And
getting healed to full.
Nemor should be saved.
Once again, they can't really make good use of their attack plan alpha. Roy's using his RSP again. Jane is in some trouble here. Again, his shield's knocked off by the phaser proc. However, receiving all those shields by his teammates. Roy's having difficulty getting Jane into arc on that side, so he's now circling around trying to get him into the arc for his beam overload. Can't really just shoot it off there.
Bob is having his next alpha up, but only 10 seconds left. You want to strike for Nima, 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2.
You probably can't shoot it
Alpha's
off.
gone. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, they just seem to have like timing issues. Yoda has been in cloak for quite a long time now, so his next vape should be coming up anytime soon now. We do see the scan and the nuke on Aragon now, which is really strange because they just...
And
Okay.
Asa got him.
Yep, with his alpha. Yeah, I got confused by Torp's alpha there. So that is kill number 6 for Solar Eclipse. What is Asa really flying?
I think he's on a Romulan tune.
So another vape. I mean, they...
yeah,
Solar Eclipse basically has...
at least I think so.
They have like 3 healers in the middle, extending each other, and then like 2 vape attempts. That's probably how they do that, huh?
The thing is, I can't probably see Asa's ship because he's not on my team.
Hmm.
And he's probably cloaked.
Navarro fleet. So yeah, that's probably another one of those, just like Yoda's. And since they since EptPvP can't really take out one of their healers, they can't really score any kills because the other players are always in cloak. Yoda preparing his Alpha Strike for Moral Parasia, seeing the nuke and the drain. Everything basically, again, very nice vape attacks. There's hardly anything you can do about that because like you get stripped of all your buffs by that nuke. and that timing is just really crucial there if you can or cannot pull that off properly. And if you then just get the beam overload and like all the attacks at once, that's just devastating. I mean, as you could see, people just die almost immediately. The destabilized plasma torpedo going for the acetone assimilator, which he really hates, almost taken out Torp. He is getting the GDF off of that though, so that might have been intentional. With the Alpha still going, he's going after Nima.
But Nima's still up, and Nima's not getting a nuke.
Yep.
Have we seen emergency power to PvP using a nuke at all?
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I haven't noticed one so far.
All the aftershock waves going down here. Yeah, I mean, you can't really kill someone through all the resistances, and with just like healers to attack there, it's really difficult to actually kill someone. I mean, with this amount of debuff, like buffs, which the power to shields, auxiliary dampeners, transfer shield strength, like there's so much you have to go through to actually kill him that it is not very likely, even with the GDF going.
Royce is having his alpha up.
We do see another nuke on Miral Paris and the vape attack of Yoda going after him, but now his healer finally caught onto it, picking it back up and saving him from that kill.
Top is having his alpha up. See if he can score a kill now. Going for Jane. No, alpha is still up. And the beam overload is activated. And he fired at a Yellowstone.
When those nasty Yellowstones just keep you in the tractor beam, that is annoying. You sometimes just have to torpedo them, I guess. I don't know. He might also just be stuck above the map right now because I don't think he's actually moving. Torpedo spread and the high yield coming in after Nima. Nima, however, still having his kinetic resistances up, being tag teamed, probably not taking any like effective damage. I wonder if it would like be a better strategy to just like use the cloak consoles of the Nebula class ships that you can get emergency power to auxiliary and stuff like that to increase your stealth detection, and then just go for the vapors because it's gonna be like close to impossible to actually take out the tanking healers in the middle of the map there.
Yeah, and vapors are usually quite squishy.
Yep. Nima got nuked there, however got removed going into the Romulan cloak, saving him from that attack. At least they got the 5-minute cooldown out of him finally. But if we'll see if they can like really benefit on it. We do see another vape attack on Miral Paris here by Yoda coming in with the beam overload and just obliterating him after that subnucleonic beam again. Bob now finally able to jump another time due to in combat time. Finally putting him back into the map, hopefully. I think he's moving again. Yes, he is. So he is back in action.
So let's wait for his alpha strike. The overload is activated. Maybe he's going for Jane even without alpha. But there's no nuke on Jane. Now he's having his alpha up. Still going for Jane.
Now we saw the nuke and the scan.
And there's his sub nuke.
Putting him into a very dangerous situation with 1% finally
and
dying.
got Jane.
Yep. Securing kill number 2 for emergency part to PvP. Was Bryce's attack panel alpha also used?
I haven't seen it. But I was watching Torb.
Yep.
That's that.
Asa coming in,
Second
going
until he
for
was-
Miral Paris once again with the nuke. The attack run
And
just
he
once again obliterating.
It was quick death.
Also dealing some damage to Bryce in this one, down to 65%. However, we don't really see any follow-up damage actually take him out. Yoda jumping out of there with the fading alpha, running away, hiding in stealth, waiting for the next attack run.
How much time is left? Something around 2 minutes?
On my clock it is. I don't know which one they actually use.
At least I'm pretty sure that emergency power to PvP is not able to turn the match around.
Yeah, this time. That would be a miracle. Wheeler deck stuck in all the drains, however not getting disabled yet.
Royce
Royce.
is having his alpha up, going for Jane.
Jane, however, getting a ridiculous amount of heals from his teammates. Royce now back into the warp plasma for a second there, getting disabled by that viral matrix a little. And Torp just looks like he is atop the map once again.
It seems that I lost Lila Dex because he disconnected. So this first match had a lot of technical issues. But at least the server was available. Always look on the bright side, right?
Asa coming in some of his buffs. The tech fleet going, however no alpha yet.
Yes.
Now his alpha's going, Aragon is the target of choice, all the scans going down, the nuke coming in, and with the attack run taking him just so barely out. Very nicely done once again. Kill number 10 for Solar Eclipse. They probably cannot make this a 15 victory either, so the time will just call it at about now, I guess. I don't know what time they are using. And I think they are Swing it off here.
Yep. There's not much going on anymore. At that point, we can basically say congrats to a winning team. To Solar Eclipse.
Alright. So it looks like we do have our first game done with a 10-2 victory from Solar Eclipse over Emergency Power 2 PvP. We basically saw 2 Vapors against 1 Vapor, and Emergency Power 2 PvP had like more susceptible targets to damage, just because they didn't have like the full healing mode in the middle sitting there, while Solar Eclipse basically was just having these damage sponges in the middle that you just can't take out. And then with the 2 energy damage vapes and really nicely timed subnucleonic beams stripping your enemy off of all their resistances. They could secure quite a lot of kills. So we'll quickly look at a replay of one of the kills. So this was at about the 10-minute left mark. We see on the upper right hand side Asa coming in with his vape boat, and Morale Paris in the middle here being the target of choice. Yoda also coming in from the left with the attack Palan Alpha, a beam overload, cannon rapid fire, torpedo, high yield, already prepared. And as you can see here now, both players basically converging on Morale Paris with the scan and the nuke, the viral matrix, the double fire on my mark, getting drained by energy siphon, getting drained by the acetone assimilator, and then just getting all those attacks and getting like obliterated at a time or in a time frame where your healer basically cannot respond. Like, if you don't see that one coming, there's just nothing you can do because people are just there. Okay. So this one, now the next attempt, once again on Morale Paris on the left here, I think, which should come up soon. We see Yoda already like coming a little closer. I hope this one is the right one. Quite a lot of preparation time. Okay, now it comes. And you see once again the nuke, the scan, the viral matrix disabling a few subsystems if they proc right. The energy siphon. However, you see now that he, after the nuke, gets the extend shields, which does not get removed by a nuke because it's a effect by another player that always refreshes onto you. The tactical team getting dropped to remove damage resistance debuffs, such as the Fire on My Mark, giving him basically a lot of resistances and distributing shields towards the facing from which he's taken damage. The science team counteracting the subnucleonic beam, which is now getting removed, and just so barely catching the 3 engineering teams, healing him back to full. And that's either luck or really nice timed heals, because if you get struck out of position, then you're just dead, as we saw earlier.